What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. In today's video, patch 2.0.5 is actually dropping today. So I want to get this video out to you so that way as soon as the patch is live, you can go ahead and check it out yourself. Now, the big changes are there's going to be community events. Community events have not gone live yet. This is just a system that I think they're really implementing for later use. I haven't heard of them putting one out immediately once the patch comes out. They could. You never know with Blizzard. But it's just pretty much saying, guaranteed legendary, just goblins come in pairs, more blood shards, more keystones, more gold find. So there's different community events, and they're just pretty much adding different options to add into the community events. As you scroll through, there's tons of changes for each class, mainly the Crusader. The Barbarian didn't get a whole lot. Demon Hunter, roughly nothing. Monk, very little. Now, Witch Doctors, you guys know, that's what I've been playing a lot of recently. And they actually buffed Rift Doctors, at least the spec that I play. Pets actually do more damage. You can actually have Fierce Loyalty increase your movement speed as well. Fetish Psychopaths now works when it hits enemies, but it has a 10% chance to proc instead of 5, which is really, really nice. And then, like I said, the Summon Zombie Dogs now do 30% weapon damage up from 12. So they got their damage pretty much tripled, which it needed to be tripled. It was pretty low. Vampire Bats, man, it pretty much didn't change anything, really. Wizards had a few little changes, and then, look at this, though. Crusader. Crusader has pages of changes. So, yeah, if you guys are looking for Crusader information, not the place to go to. I don't play one, never played one. Matt would probably know and be able to help you. But that's a lot of changes, so I'll let him data mine that himself. This is all the community event buff things that you can see here. And then this is the main part, though, okay? So the main thing that we want to know is, again, nothing's like confirmed, but this is what we know that they've told us from Blue Post, okay? So Haragic caches will have a bigger chance of dropping legendary items. What this means is that what they want to do is they want to make bag farming actually something that's worthwhile. As you guys have known, there's been a lot of people who have farmed, including myself, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Act 1 bags trying to get the stupid Ring of Grandeur, and you never get one. So they're actually buffing the legendary item drop chance. Torment-only legendaries will be added to their loot table. So it actually will buff the higher the Torment, okay? So what that means is, like, you will have a chance to get those. So what you'll pretty much probably see is, instead of doing normal mode, split bag farming, you'll probably see Torment 1 split bag farming. Why? Because you're really only going after the bags. The bags will drop more rift fragments based on the Torment level, and you also get that higher chance at legendaries, plus you have the chance at the Torment-only legendaries, so things like set items, etc., like that. That's actually going to be really, really nice, so you can get those out of the bag. So you will now see, at least in my opinion, bag farming come back. You get those rift fragments, which, again, everybody loves rifting. I think the buff that they made to rifting was perfect. It was right on point. It made it so it was a lot more fun to rift. It made the rift game rewarding, which I think they really needed to do. Rift Guardians will drop more blood shards for each level of Torment past the first. So the higher Torment you're farming Rift Guardians, the more blood shards you're going to get. So what this also means is, for things like the Rift It Forward community, what's going to happen is it's going to become more lucrative to get into those higher Torment groups. So you'll really probably, if you're seeing guys T3, T4, T5, bringing in, saying last one in opens, what they'll probably end up doing is just being like, okay, if you want to come in, you'll open, and you'll have groups of 3 running, and then they'll just farm the Rift and then bring people in, and those spots will fill up even faster than they already are because they're worth more blood shards. So if you're really going for blood shard farming, not only now are you going for that speed, but now the higher Torment will actually give you more blood shards. Now, depending on how many more blood shards, this will be, again, the quality versus quantity argument that Diablo always has, is what is more important? Is it more important to get, if I can do 2 tier 2 rifts in the time it takes me to do 1 tier 4, am I getting double the blood shards? If I'm not, should I lower the difficulty back down to tier 2? This is going to be the argument that always happens in any ARPG, but especially with Diablo, is the speed worth the quantity or worth the difficulty? So that's where you really have to judge what's more fun for you. Unsocketing gems will become cheaper, thank God. This was a huge gold sink that made no sense at all. you know, especially because there's a lot of people who wanted to switch gear to play with different classes, to play with different specs. It does become expensive when you're constantly ungemming, because you don't just want to disenchant the item and negate the cost. You want to actually, you know, just unstock it so you can use that set later or use that piece later. And especially if you're switching from, you know, like a solo farm spec to a group farm spec, or depending on the composition that you're running, sometimes you'll switch builds, and being able to unstock those gems for cheaper is just a good all-around quality of life thing, at least in my opinion. I could be wrong. They're fixing some lag issues, some item name issues, some set bonus issues. They're removing several of the restrictions from the vote kick system, which is awesome, because this way if some moron goes AFK in your party and he's on your friends, buddies list who, you know, well, I know him and I added him because I have like 4 friends. Oh, well, he's been AFK for 20 minutes, so we can't kick him. All right, well, now let's leave the party and let's remake the party. No, now you can get rid of him. Thank God. They buffed a couple things that way. Let's see. And legendary sources and mojos are not being appropriately upranked to have more powerful base damage than rare ones. This bug that will be fixed. So I don't know if this means that you will now have to go find new mojos or sources, or if they're just going to buff them all and the items that you have already found will just have their numbers increased. We don't know, obviously, until we can log in. But yeah, guys, if you are curious about any of the other any of the other information, go ahead, head on over to Diablo Fans. They have all the data mine patch notes up, and you can see all the different spells. So you can see exactly, you know, if your class is getting buffed or nerfed, or the build that you prefer to play is getting some, you know, maybe cool little buffs or nerfs. Go ahead and check that out, as well as make sure you check out, you know, the overall changes that you can expect. And then it has the blue post underneath each of the items. As you can see, I can highlight over the top of them. That way you can actually go and see the exact blue post where this is coming out. Lastly, obviously, we found this out as well. Reaper of Souls coming to consoles in August, and if you pre-order, you do get the Infernal Pauldrons. Now, I will be curious. I actually do have an Xbox One. I would love to play Diablo for Xbox. However, what I'm worried about, to be honest, is, are they going to have seasons on Xbox? Are they going to be able to update it, or is it just going to be that standalone game and you're never going to be able to change it or update it or anything else? I would be very curious to see what more information releases with the console versions of the game. If they'll have seasons in this, I might actually have to pick it up. If they're going to have different gear, I may have to pick it up. But we'll see. Right now, I'm going to hold out, be a little skeptical. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you go check out the patch notes. Make sure you let me know any other really cool changes that you see in the patch notes in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.